What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a special little video of me, TheLonesomeRavidor. Now, guys and gals, straight away, a little disclaimer right at the start of this video. This video will not be monetized. Hopefully, you shouldn't see any of our adverts at the start of this video due to the fact, obviously, I am now basically copying Fallout's new trailer. And obviously, I'm now going to explain why I'm doing that right now. Basically, I just watched the Fallout 4 trailer, and I have a couple of kind of queries about it, and also a couple of thoughts on it too. And, well, I thought what a better way to do it than actually to explore my thoughts, present my thoughts to you guys on the internet. Now, I'm actually going to be asking a couple of questions here, mainly because a couple of things I am kind of confused about. And I actually kind of want you guys to kind of like say, hey Jordan, did you know this? Or did you know this? Did you know this? Just so I can kind of find out. It's in a sense, I'm being kind of a bit greedy. I'm kind of using my small, very, very minor YouTube fame to actually kind of like fame. I wouldn't even call that. I'm rambling a little bit here. But basically, I'm asking you guys for help because I have no idea about some of the things in this. But anyway, I do have a couple of kind of opinions on some stuff. I will be kind of starting and pausing this video, and we'll see how this goes. This is going to be a pain in the ass to edit. I may say, I may go stop, start, if that makes sense, to try and sort of allow myself to sort of work this well, because I'm not able to capture the screen at the same time as me recording, and it's been a bit of a pain in the bum, but I'm trying my best anyway. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin. May contain content inappropriate for children. Okay, so we are 16 seconds in. Straight off the bat, we have a very, 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 very similar start to exactly what the Fallout 3 trailer started off at. If you guys remember back in the day when the game, before the game actually came out, obviously, they released a teaser trailer that started an awful lot like this one. If you guys can't remember, if you guys want to check it out, I'll probably leave a link in the description below. It basically pans out from a TV, showing the background, does some other stuff, and thus does that. Actually, yeah, no, that was kind of the Fallout 3 one, which has the TV, and they did another Fallout 3 one very similar to this one as well, where it started off on a radio rather than TV. They did both a TV one and a radio one, but on the Fallout 3 TV one, they actually had like adverts playing. But anyway, so straight off the bat, what you can kind of tell off here, I'm actually going to be doing this quite a lot, so I do apologize, maybe a bit annoying. Yes, obviously, straight away off the bat, there's actually quite a bright, vibrant background, which is quite unusual for the Fallout games we've seen so far. I'm basing my experience truly off just Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I've never played the 1, 2, Tactics, or Brotherhood of Steel. I have played Brotherhood of Steel, probably the only one I've actually played a little bit more than this one, but even then, that one was quite bland. So straight off the bat, we actually see quite a vibrant kind of house, something we're not actually quite used to in the whole Fallout series, except for maybe in New Vegas, you might be able to count it. Anyway, let us continue on. Do you want to pause it here for a second? Just a little notice this just then, actually, while watching this for the third time. I like the board game to the bottom right there called Blast Radius. That's pretty cool. So yeah, just to comment again on this, we're still seeing the vibrant kind of thing. The actual shadows are fantastic. The graphics on this trailer look quite interesting. I had someone actually comment on this. I saw someone have a tweet out at one point saying about how, well, a lot of people have kind of been judging it for its graphical content. As in, when I say graphical, I mean the graphics on it. If you guys have probably seen the trailer before this thing anyway, probably maybe just hearing my comments. But yeah, like a lot of people have seen the trailer before. Obviously, the graphics aren't exactly fantastic. They're good, but not like much better than the other Fallout games, but like not much improved. That makes sense. I mean, straight off the bat, you can kind of see the textures have been much better. The shadows look more improved. Shadows are something you never really kind of faced with in Fallout much, if that makes sense. They were there, but they were nothing you kind of were like, wow. But whereas right now, you can really see that quite clearly. Could be just a trailer thing, could not be, but we'll find out. Anyway, let's continue on. So straight off the bat, just then, we saw the intro, like the kind of like obviously saying about the dog, links with the security box, they're both kind of loyal to their servants, or basically loyal to servants altogether. But the interesting thing, if we quickly just play and pause again, look at the detail on that dog. Now, the dogs in Fallout weren't exactly ever that great, so this is something I'm kind of giving it very a lot of credit for. Once again, being a German Shepherd, a friend of mine commented on this recently as well, like they always put German Shepherds in this game, not too sure why. Anyway, but yeah, so they've got this dog, it's very detailed. Straight away actually reminded me of the COD dog. It's actually strange, but if you remember when COD Ghosts, I think it was COD Ghosts came out, had a big thing about how the dog was all detailed and you might get emotional over it. This looks like the same kind of thing they're trying to go for here, not in the slightest politest way saying that they're going to be copying Call of Duty Ghosts at all. I'm just literally just saying a point, if that makes sense. Because I can't imagine Bethesda thinking, Call of Duty, we need some of that shit. But no, like I'm admiring them for that though. I mean, admittedly, the texture on the front, like on his chest, aren't great, but they're not bad. I mean, it looks pretty good. Anyway, let's continue on. Boop. Oh, sorry, straight off the bat as well there. The voiceover just then, I'll play it a little bit because there's an awkward pause. The voiceover just then was actually kind of a strange voice. I can't tell if that is Ron Perlman or not. That's actually one of the questions I do have for you guys. Do you guys know if that actually is Ron Perlman? It's basically at the end, basically right at the end of the trailer, it goes, war never changes. It was actually about midway through. I'm kind of curious if that actually is Ron Perlman, because, I mean, like, it sounds like him slightly, but doesn't sound like the gruff, war never changes we normally get at the beginning of every game. So I'm kind of confused. I don't know if it is or not, don't know if it isn't. I don't know if you guys can tell me or not, but just, you know, I mean, if you guys know, then feel free to let me know. But I heard a rumor back in the day that Ron Perlman may not be involved, so it's like, no, I love him being in the games. I know he's been in the game ever since number 1, like the very first Fallout 1 game. So it's gonna be a shame if he's not in it. But anyway, not really have much else to comment on. Yeah, just Sugar Moms in the background. Shout out to them. Continue on. Oh, I just noticed that back there. There's a little box for the thingamajig there as well. In that cupboard, just to the right there. We'll go back a little bit. I'll do some post. There's a little robot there to the right in a little box. It looks like a Mr. Handy box. So anyway, I'll continue this on. Boop. Okay, so this is something I've actually been a little confused by. I'm going to play that a little bit there and pause. Okay, so I'm kind of confused what is going on here. Because, I mean, but even by the end of the trailer, it doesn't really explain it. I don't expect anyone to know this, but I'm finding it quite interesting at the same time. It seems that this is one of the few games where we're actually going to have a link between what happened in the past to actually what happened in the future. Because Dog seems to kind of care that there was a child here. It could be just simply saying that the kids, the child's natural, the dog's natural protective attitude want to protect over the child. But at the same time, it looks like he actually does care about what the kid came from or whatever. So it seems that there could be a link between this dog and the kid, or the kid's nothing, or the kid might be the guy at the end. It's open to interpretation, but I'm very interested to see exactly how they go about it. Anyway, oh, and as well, the rockets look an awful lot like them rockets on Fallout New Vegas as well, so cheeky bastards. Let's roll. Also, fuck, I bad pause there. But I can't really... Okay, I kind of missed a couple of pauses there. Yeah, so then the people in that trailer, the going back part, they actually look quite good. I mean, it's not bad for a Fallout game. Because, I mean, most of the time with Fallout games, except for maybe New Vegas because they're a bit more chiseled, they just give you that death-defying stare the entire time. It's kind of like every single conversation. So it's quite nice to see them a little bit more perfected, if that makes sense. Okay, so straight away, a little bit of a pause here. You can actually see there is a vertibird here. Obviously, later on, you do see some Brotherhood of Steel members, and that guy in the middle there is a police officer. So obviously, this is going to be before the nuclear impact thing, and they're trying to hustle everybody out of there. No surprise. Some of the cool things here is actually you do get to see some of the cars in their vibrant colours, their natural colours, which is quite cool because you often only see them in their like kind of depraved. Depraved makes sense. Depraved state, not much there. But it's also quite so cool to actually confirm to see that actually some of the Brotherhood of Steel's impact on society before the involvement of the nuclear war. Because you only ever hear about stuff afterwards. Well, again, only talking about my experience in 3 and 4, no, sorry, 3 in New Vegas. So, you know, anyway, continuing on. So back there as well, I'm going to again do this in post, we then again saw some of the Brotherhood of Steel members in the front there carrying huge machine guns. They also quite beefed up as well, so like quite big armor, so that could actually kind of mean, in a sense, maybe viewed as bad here, because it looked like they were guarding the vault there, because obviously in a sec we'll see the vault shown up, but it's kind of interesting to see if they actually will be shown as good or bad in this one, because I mean, in some of the Fallout games, I think they're kind of shown as bad. I mean, even in New Vegas, they're not exactly shown as like perfect, they're just sort of just there, so I mean, arguably, it's like, looking at 3, they are just simply the good guys compared to like an Enclave being the bad guys. So it's quite cool to see if they will be maybe shown in a different light this time. Straight off the bat again here, we have a new Vault, Vault 111, which is oddly enough very close to Vault 101. I don't know why they decided to go with this, because I mean, I don't know, it's a strange number, like 111. It's a cool number, don't get me wrong, I like 101, like 111, but it's, I don't know, it's so close to 101, it kind of like, it makes me think, okay, because I think there was only like 139 vaults made, I think, something stupid like that. It's something strange. If you guys look it up, feel free to. But yeah, it's something quite cool. Anyway, but straight off the bat, it does show this in quite a good condition as well, though. So it could actually show that we might actually possibly be in the vault from the start. That's one of the things I'm personally thinking that it could be. I think personally we start the game entering the vault from the beginning, just because of the fact of how vibrant it is, how colourful it is, especially with the flashbacks to the back, like the past. It looks like we could have some interaction with actually going to the vault. I mean, before, the furthest back we ever went was obviously in Fallout 3 of having us as a child, but even then we didn't exactly know what was going into the vault. We were just born into it. So I'm quite interested to see if they actually will do that. And then again, I'm interested if they do that, how on earth that's going to link from that to the time which the radiation is actually free again. That's going to be crazy. So anyway, continuing on. So we get quite a few panning shots to the different area there. I'm not going to pause on each and every one of them because some of them aren't exactly grandly interesting. They haven't obviously straight away... Oh my god, my phone's beeping off, to apologise. They haven't obviously confirmed exactly who is... sorry, whereabouts this actually is yet. Obviously, a lot of rumours in Boston. I can imagine that probably is the definitive place because a lot of people have said that quite a few times. But like, I do find this quite cool, like the ship thing. I'm kind of curious to see what this is. Obviously, back in Fallout 3, again, this has got a lot of comparisons to Fallout 3. They did obviously have the ship in Fallout 3, which is Rivet City. Obviously, Rivet City was just a giant... was it? It was just I think it was a sky ship. I can't actually remember. But yeah, I mean, this does look an awful lot like that. But at the same time, it looks looks like a lot of like an older ship, like a lot of like a very, yeah, like a piratey ship in a sense. So it's quite. They might have some pirates on it. That'd be quite cool. And with this tease of a boat as well, I would love to see some sea movement in there or something like that at all. I mean, a lot of people did enjoy the oh my word, what was that? The Swampy DLC. I can't remember what it's called. Swampy DLC to Fallout 3. And I mean, that was quite cool because obviously you got to take the boat there, and you obviously did see a little bit of boat transportation. It'd be quite cool to see some kind of transportation like that. Maybe like a little raft, something stupid. But at the same time, the swimming mechanic in Fallout's never been perfect, so it'd be quite strange to see them involve a boat. So, I don't know, that's my opinion. I'd love to see what you guys say about that. Anyway, continuing it on. I apologise, it's taken a while, but I'm just trying to analyse every part of it. Let's oh, also, there's a bank there. Very interesting. Never seen a bank in Fallout, I don't think. Anyway, boom. Oh, okay. Straight off the bat here as well. So this looks like some kind of very Fallout New Vegas kind of esque looking place. It looks very downtownish, like the back way. I mean, Memory Den looks like could be some kind of whore bar, I can imagine, or like hookah bar, or cool girl bar, whatever you like to call it. But also this guy in the middle here looks like it looks a lot like the Mysterious Stranger. I would probably not put my money on the saying that he is though, due to the fact that the guy that's to the left there looks like he's got an awful similar outfit to him. I might be wrong. I mean, this guy does have his tie down. The guy on the left looks like he might have his tie up. I can't really tell. So it's quite cool. I mean, it's a very fantastic shot. I like that. I like the whole establishing thing. But at the same time, I'm a little bit against this at the same time because it's quite bright. It's very, well, it isn't. It's a very dark shot. But like, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm not used to that at the same time in Fallout. But I feel like it could be a really good thing because I've enjoyed a lot of the DLCs which have a lot of stuff. Like, I love the Honest Hearts. Well, no, I love the Honest Hearts DLC. But more one that would be more fitting to this would be I love the Dead Money DLC. I love the Lonesome Road DLC. A lot of them kind of things were very packed and well, Lonesome Road really wasn't. Dead Money's a good example. The Pit. The Pit's actually a good example. It's very constricted as well. I love that DLC too. But yeah, so like I'm interested to see what this is all going to be. So yeah, you know. And another slow pause. Brahmin are back, baby. I'm very, very glad of that. Didn't want them to come out of the place at all. A little radio tower. Doesn't seem to be anything too interesting. Does look like there's some kind of base, a guy's outside raking, so it could be just a casual place. That'll probably be like a little random location. But the interesting thing about this, actually, I didn't actually notice before, it's actually a really good time to pause, was look at the moss on the pylon there. I think it's called a pylon, or a telegraph pole, or whatever it's called. It's not a telegraph, I'm going to say pylon. It actually looks really detailed, like really quite nice. I mean, before when you used to go up to bushes and stuff, they looked really kind of bad. Like when you went into Fallout and stuff like that, they were fun, don't get me wrong. I mean, you just didn't really care because Fallout's a badass game. I mean, and it's quite old as well now, to be fair, so you can't really judge it too bad, but that looks really, really good right there. So, again, could be the game simply making the game look really, really nice, or sorry, it could be Bethesda simply making it really, really nice for the general general public for so they could kind of get for the general public, so tempted to buy the game, or it could just simply be the natural game thing. So it's interesting to see. I mean, if this is not the best, then I'd be worried about if it's worse than this. But if this is the best, I would be happy with this, if that makes sense. Because we are a new generation now, and I can imagine Fallout's gonna be a huge game, especially with the size of the mountains in the background. In my imagination, I can't imagine. Sorry, in my imagination, I hope we can go up there. But my actual thoughts, I can imagine we can't. It'll probably be like the border of the map, but it'd be quite cool to see if we can. Cause it'd be badass. Maybe go to the top there, snipe this guy at the bottom, just for pure lols or something like that. I don't know, but that'd be quite cool. But I mean, still, it's a wide open area, but then again, so full of life. It looks like so bushy and woodsy, which is different from what we have in the past Fallout games. But I'm really not against the change. I think change is fantastic. I'm really interested to see what they'll do with this. Continuing on. Okay, I missed a little pause back there a little bit, I do apologise. But so straight away off the bat, we do see this guy here as well, a little robot. We return back with the cyborgs and that stuff. We do also see a very big, large town to the left here. It looks just really, very vibrant, very city-like, and very kind of like, interesting altogether. I mean, it does look like a big kind of scrap heap village, or like something like that. Except, I mean, you can see the buildings made out of some kind of recycled material. It also does look like they're actually trying to rebuild it, unless it's half built up and then it broke down. Either way, but it would be quite cool to see if they're actually trying to build buildings and stuff like that. Because it'd be quite cool to see if they are trying to like resurrect like society or whatever. But still, cars in the background also do still have the color, which is a very interesting thing too. Because the majority of the cars in Fallout Vegas and Fallout 3 just didn't have any color at all. It was like very bland, very like a lot like this chap walking around here. And again, the chap here actually does have a lot of detail to him. He has a lot of rust on him, like kind of like little details around him. And he looks pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. He looks like kind of like just a, I don't know, a really like generally like nice little thing. But still, it looks pretty cool. Anyway, continuing on again. There we are. So this is the bad boy I've really wanted to look at. So I haven't actually had a chance to kind of pause this. I've watched it a couple of times. I've really wanted to do a video on it, and as you can tell, I'm talking ridiculously quickly, so I want to get this done. So I want to be like, so cool. But like, is this a Deathclaw? Because it looks like a kind of a mutated or a heavily changed, or it could just be a Deathclaw. Because it looks like kind of like, it looks a lot like the Alpha, I think it was called, or the Alpha or the Queen, Deathclaw in New Vegas when they would go to the Quarry Junction. So I'm really quite really quite interested to see exactly what this is. Whether it's going to be like some kind of big-ass, badass Deathclaw, or whether this is now the new model or texture of Deathclaw, or whether it's not a Deathclaw at all, because it has got that big chunk on its back. I mean, the Deathclaws do have them little spikes, but not that kind of big. It looks like it's got a shell on its back. Anyway, boop. We're going to have a little more important look at this bad boy. So right here, we're actually seeing, I'm assuming, some kind of new version of the Ghouls. Now, all of these bagger boys are moving along these little details. Actually, some of the cool stuff is they are moving the boxes, which again shows some more kind of interactable items. I mean, the shopping carts were always quite cool in New Vegas, sorry, in Fallout 3, kind of pushing them along. So, you know, it's kind of like more, I don't know, immersive. You can just like shove stuff like that out of the way. But like seeing the boxes move the way is quite cool as well. It shows a bit more extra attention to detail. But these guys look like they could be the new Ghouls. And if I could quickly give it a quick play, so like, this guy does kind of lunge towards you a lot like the Ghouls used to. They go rawr, as they sort of like uppercut you in the face. So it could be quite interesting to see if this is what the new Ghouls are going to look like. So I don't know exactly, but we'll try and find out exactly how well this is going to go. So I mean, this could be something different. This could not be Ghouls. Maybe the Ghouls are going to look exactly the same, but these guys look like they've got armor on. It's going to be like, oh my god, are they going to be tougher? Are these going to be special versions? Are these going to be something? Are these just going to be in this area? Are they going to be everywhere? It's like, what is going on? Anyway, so let's continue on. Oh, so I missed a little bit part back there, but this is quite a good little pause point as well. And these screenshots are going so quickly. I'm trying to kind of struggling to pause, and I'm right, but I'm kind of taking the ones I get. So this little Eyebot here is actually kind of an interesting little thing. So it's going to be quite cool to see if the Enclave are once again actually actually involved in this at all. Because obviously in Fallout 3, Enclave are bad. Brotherhood of Steel good. That's sort of like the way you kind of get taught in that game. But like, it's gonna be quite cool to see if actually in this game if they're actually introduced at all again, or they're not, or you know, I mean, it's gonna be quite cool to see exactly what happens. And also see a little Brotherhood of Steel poster in the background, or it could be a Enclave one. I can't really tell, but nonetheless, it looks pretty cool. And the guy in the poster looks damn happy. Also, the background there, it looks like a giant bottle. It's like a center of town. Again, a very built-up place. This could be exactly the same place I looked before, with the sort of like looking like built-up structures. So it looks pretty badass. It could also, I can imagine this kind of place looks like the kind of place it could be the replacement for Megaton in Fallout 3. So it could be something like that. Like, I don't know, Jimmy over to the right there could be the new Moira or something. I don't know. Anyway, continuing on. So this was something cool as well. Sorry, I took me a little pause there for a sec. So this big bad boy in the background here, he looks like he could be some kind of overseer in the skies. So this could be kind of a Brotherhood of Steel being bad kind of thing. This could be an enclave trying to take over the area kind of thing. Could be just a random thing. Could be just like the Chinese again. I mean, I remember the Chinese were loosely based around the Fallout 3. They were kind of mentioned a bit, but whenever kind of brought up again, they're sort of just like loosely mentioned on occasion, and there's sort of nothing ever happened about them. And yeah, so I'm quite interested in exactly what this is going to be too. But obviously, as you saw back there, oh wow, I just noticed something. Sorry. Yeah, so, what's it called? Back there, obviously, you just saw the Brotherhood of Steel guy going up in a vertebra, and obviously a vertebra was also going past that big balloon thing. So that could link, possibly, the Brotherhood of Steel is the one in charge of that big balloon thing. Other little thingamajig, this little bad boy here is in The Last of Us. I'm pretty sure he's the big golden building you have to go to, like, right at the beginning to take Ellie to, and obviously, I won't spoil anything. But yeah, so this could be a sign of where that is. Give me 2 seconds to find out exactly where that is. Okay, so yeah, so I'm being really silly. Of course, it's actually confirmed Boston, because obviously this is the Boston, I think it's the Imperial Building, I'm not too sure. It's something like that, but yeah, so it's obviously definitely Boston. Now I'm being silly, so obviously, yeah, ignore me, I'm being dumbass, obviously set in Boston, don't worry about answering that question. Anyway, continuing on right now. See, this again makes me feel like we're gonna be involved in the start of the like the whole nuclear explosion kind of thing. Because I mean, we're actually there. Like you're actually seeing cinematics of that point, and you don't really. I didn't really see that in any of the other New Vegas trailers, like the New Vegas trailers or the Fallout 3 trailers. You had that little kind of like sketch at the start of like the bacon and eggs devastation, all that stuff. You guys have seen that video. But yeah, with like that was a kind of like a thing. But like it. I don't know, I can't imagine this is going to be just a trailer fuel and then won't be in-game or just be a cutscene in-game. I can imagine we'll be somehow involved in it. And that'll be so cool, I'm not going to lie. So cool. Anyway, right further ado, let's continue on. I'm getting distracted now, but this is so cool. And continue on. And we'll give it a pause right here. So obviously right now we're actually getting a nice pan-up shot of a Brotherhood of Steel armor. Now the interesting thing is the whole thing is kind of a little bit decrepit and a little bit destroyed. So it could possibly hint that maybe our protagonist could be maybe an XX Brotherhood of Steel, which I doubt because obviously he is wearing a Vault 111 costume, which obviously assumes he's going to be from Vault 111. But at the same time, could be a misleading thing. Maybe he's just simply wearing that because he found it, or maybe wearing that because he I don't know, was brought up there, maybe came out of Vault 111, came Brotherhood of Steel, and something bad happens. Or possibly, the protagonist maybe may gain a mentor or like some kind of guider or guidance person who is a Brotherhood of Steel member, and that could be that kind of thing. I'm not too sure. It's kind of hard to kind of analyze it too far now. Interesting thing is, to the left there, we do see an interesting array of guns. Now it looks like there we obviously see the classic. It looks like laser rifle at the bottom there. I can't really tell. It looks like a laser rifle kind of thing, but at the same time it doesn't. It could be, but at the same time the handle looks weird, so it could be something like a cutter. It looks like kind of like some kind of arm thing. We have like a hook at the end, but I have no idea. Obviously above that, we have the laser rifle. Now, I can't tell if that's a tri-burst or not, but the interesting thing is it does have a little scope at the top there. Obviously something which you could actually get in Fallout New Vegas as a mod to the weapons, but it's quite cool to see it just simply sort of sat there with that on. Below that to the right, have no idea what that is. Could be a new weapon. Again, to the top right, top left, and oh, actually, sorry, not being dumb. Top right, top there, and to the left there. That could be new weapons, but at the same time, that actually could be parts of the Brotherhood of Steel armor. So that could mean you're able to make your own armor now, maybe? That's quite cool. It'd be quite cool if you can. I also do like the little minigun in the bottom left there as well. That's pretty nifty. But, yeah, aside from that, there isn't too much kind of in this shot, but still, pretty badass shot. So, here we go. Oh my god, I didn't... Oh, hang on. Hold on. We need to go back. We can go back to about 229. Look at... Hold on. Oh, okay, that'll do. That's fine. So, 231. Okay, so look at that gun right there. I did not notice this the first time I watched this. That has an unusual scope on it, I just noticed. Obviously, because the stereotypical kind of weapon for the courier or the lone wanderer to kind of have was the hunting rifle. He had that on the beginning of the, I want to say actually he had that in the Fallout 3 trailer. I'm not too sure in the New Vegas one, but look at that. So he has some kind of hunting rifle, but like with multiple scopes, and it looks quite cool. It could be introduced in variable zoom, which is something we haven't really had too much of just yet. So it's quite cool. It'll be quite cool to see if it's like a nifty kind of thing you have to have. But yeah, so I'm ignoring the kind of big thing here. He has a fucking voice. He has a voice. This is something that I don't know if I'm happy about or not. Now, because when Dead Space came out back in the day, Dead Space 1, fantastic game, got the entire way through. Isaac does not have a voice. Second one, introduced a voice, really pissed me off. I never really liked the second one because of that, because I judged it so bad straight away because of it. Stupid thing to judge out, I know. It kind of needed that to the whole story development in the second one, but it was my own gut being annoying. But like this one, I'm worried a little bit about it, because I like the whole New Vegas thing. So obviously you feel like you become the lone wanderer, you feel like you become the courier, which is something I'm worried will be kind of destroyed if you do have a actual voice behind your character. So it's gonna be quite so cool to see exactly how they do it, but I'm still a little bit worried at the same time. Don't get me wrong, I mean that guy's ass is fantastic in the Vault 1 costume, but I'm interested to see exactly how they do it. Like I want to see if they you can customize your voice, or you can't, or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so obviously aside from that, this little shot, gun looks cool, him look cool altogether. He looks like a very standard character. I'm not too sure if that's gonna be exactly how you're gonna be looking, because obviously in Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, and all Bethesda games altogether, I mean Skyrim, Oblivion, all that stuff, they do kind of pride themselves in actually using a lot of customization tools. So obviously, by not having a customized character, is that going to be unusual? Is it not? Is there going to be such an uproar about the non-customizable character they might change it? Because I mean, back in the day, obviously the fans had the last say on the Infamous 2 look at the way the Infamous 2 guy looked. Obviously, he was going to look completely different from the first guy, and obviously they changed that completely, which was quite cool. It sort of shows the fan base is like, we don't like this, change it now, which obviously he kind of put across. So it's been quite cool if people are going to actually react to this badly or not. So, you know. Anyway, so obviously apart from that, he's obviously wearing the normal classic Armored Vault costume. Do apologize, camera float there. My voice is absolutely dying. I'm actually shredding it to bits right now. Interestingly, to the left there as well, it looks like kind of a downed planes there. So it's going to be quite cool to see that. They do have them kind of like vehicles and stuff crash down about the place. Anyway, so let's sort of play the rest of the trailer. There's not too much left now. Boom. There you go, so that is literally it. So obviously Fallout 4, all done and dusted, voila. I'm actually going to give us a pause now. There's nothing else except for the trailer. If you guys want to check it out, feel free to. There's literally about 30 more seconds now. It's literally just sort of like they're saying coming soon and all that stuff. So yeah, so altogether I am mad hyped for Fallout 4. A couple of things I'm kind of worried about, as I said before. I'm kind of like just like tedious on the character customization. I don't get me wrong, it's not a make or break thing. I'm going to buy Fallout 3 regardless. Sorry, Fallout 4. I'm going to buy Fallout 3. I'm going to buy Fallout 4 regardless of what exactly they do with that. Like whether it's customized, not customized, whatever. We'll see. You know, I mean, I'm not exactly too fussed exactly how badly or how well they do that part. It's just gonna be they do it how they do it. You know, I mean, it's gonna be just exactly whatever they decide to do. It's obviously not gonna be my choice. It'd be quite cool if it was. But like, it's sort of like it's whatever they want to do. I'm obviously gonna be happy for whatever they choose to do altogether. Sorry, I'm sort of like rambling because I don't know exactly what to say. But like, because I'm trying to get my point across, but I'm not doing it very well. Basically, it's not a make or break thing, but I'm still a little bit worried exactly what the voice thing is going to do. But to be fair, that's the only real complaint I kind of have about it. Altogether, it looks quite cool. The bright colours kind of like make me feel a bit different about Fallout, because I'm so used to seeing dark ones and like brownish. But nonetheless, it's quite a cool little change. And to be honest, like after viewing it a couple of times, I'm like, that looks pretty damn good. So yeah, so I mean, altogether, like the colours aren't going to bother me too much. Like altogether, I don't have that many kind of issues with it. Like that only, as I said before, is just the voice and character customization is going to be quite cool. But again, sort of to return back to what the storyline possibly might be, it's like the guy looks like he obviously will be involved in the Vault 1 thing again. Much like the Vault 101 thing. And I'm also quite interested to see if they actually have any voice actors in it this time as well. Like, I mean, I wonder if they have like his dad to be anyone special or something, like Liam Neeson again. That would be quite entertaining. But no, or they might link it back to the other Fallout games. I doubt it, but they might. It's just going to be quite cool. I have no idea exactly what they're going to do, so I don't know. It's going to be quite interesting to see exactly what they'll do. So, but yeah, so sorry, I'm kind of rambling a little bit too much. There isn't really too much else I really want to say. I'm mad hyped for this game. Bethesda, if you want to send me a free copy, you know, I would humbly appreciate it, okay? But no, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I know it's been a heck of a long video. It's actually getting on half an hour now. I do apologize for the... It's a hefty video. I do apologize. I'm talking out my ass now because I can't speak that well. My voice is actually starting to hurt. Never had this recording video before. This is really bad. Okay, I'm going to regret this tomorrow. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to have to stop now, else my voice will stop. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys have any questions, queries, want to tell me facts, want to rant about the game, got any complaints, anything, just leave them in the comments. I would love to hear them and respond to them, because I cannot wait to hear exactly what you guys have to say. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching once again. I'm TheLonesomeRavidor, and once again, you guys are beautiful as ever. If you want to check out any more of my content, there's a link in the description below to all my playlists. Holy fuck, I don't know if you heard that, just my voice is like... Anyway, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I'm TheLonesomeRavidor, and once again, you guys are beautiful as ever. Say la vie, hasta vista, and goodbye.